but never fully ours. We ran through nights that felt like dreams, chased the echoes of in-between. Your hand in mine, a fleeting fire, but fate was cold and hearts retire. We spoke in laughs and stolen glances, hope for forever in tiny chances. Every smile a whispered lie, we almost touched the endless sky. I held on through the storm and rain, but love can't always ease the pain. Almost, not forever. We burned bright then slipped away. Every heartbeat, every moment fading with the day. Almost, not forever. We were near but couldn't stay. I gave my all, you gave your all, but some loves just fall. I see your shadow in the light, the almost love that felt so right. We held on tight, but could not keep the fire that died before the leap. Every laugh, every whispered word, a memory that still is heard. We tried to bend what wasn't ours, chasing fleeting borrowed stars. Almost, not forever. We burned bright then slipped away. Every heartbeat, every moment fading with the day. Almost, not forever. We were near but couldn't stay. I gave my all, you gave your all. Almost, not forever. Almost, not forever. If we could turn back time, we'd hold the world in our hands. But some dreams slip through fingers, no matter how we stand. Almost, not forever. We burned bright then slipped away. Every heartbeat, every moment fading with the day. Almost, not forever. The love we had, we can't replay. I gave my all, you gave your all, and still some loves just Almost, not forever. Almost. Then I held your shadow. Streetlights flickered on empty streets. I traced the echo of your heartbeat. Your laughter lingered in the air, but when I turned, you weren't there. The wind carried the words we left, moments of love, moments of regret. I walked alone where we once stayed, and everything felt like yesterday. I saw your smile in passing lights, felt your hand in quiet nights. The world kept moving, but I froze, trapped in the space that only we know. love was never ours to keep. Maybe some hearts just quietly weep, but when I close my eyes at night, you're still here, fading light. You felt like yesterday, every heartbeat, every word I couldn't say. I reached for moments slipping by and found your ghost in my mind's sky. You felt like yesterday, a memory I can't erase or trade. Even though time has moved along, you're the echo in my song. I tried to hold on, but it slipped away. We danced on edges no one saw, held together by a fragile law. Your laughter lit the quiet night, but shadows hid what wasn't right. I chased the moments that we lost, counted the cost, no matter the cost. Your eyes were far, your heart withdrew, and I stayed holding on to you. I told myself it's not too late, but some hearts cannot choose their fate. It was the love I couldn't keep, a fleeting flame, a secret deep. I gave my all, I gave my heart, but some loves end before they start. It was the love I couldn't hold, the story whispered, never told. I stayed too long, I loved too much, the love I couldn't keep. As such, I saw your smile in passing lights, felt your touch in quiet nights. We tried to bend what couldn't stay, hoping time would find a way. I held my ground, I held my soul, but love sometimes slips from control. The closer I reached, the more it fled, and left me with the words unsaid. I told myself it's not too late, but some hearts cannot choose their fate. It was the love I couldn't keep, a fleeting flame, a secret deep. I gave my all, I gave my heart, but some loves end before they start. It was the love I couldn't hold, the story whispered, never told. I stayed too long, I loved too much, the love I couldn't keep. As such, if I could turn the hands of time, I'd keep you close and make you mine. But some hearts drift, some fires fade, and love can't always be remade. I loved enough to break, to feel. I loved enough to learn to heal, and though it left me incomplete, I treasure the love I couldn't keep. It was the love I couldn't keep, a fleeting flame, a secret deep. I gave my all, I gave my heart, but some loves end before they start. It was the love I couldn't hold, the story whispered, I saw your shadow in the light, felt your warmth in the quiet night. Every glance was all I knew. I gave my heart but had no clue. I whispered words you never heard, held on to hope like fragile birds. I loved without a guarantee, but still I hoped you'd see me. I risked it all, I held my ground, even when silence was all around. I loved you without proof, every heartbeat, every truth. I gave my all, I gave my soul, even when I lost control. I loved you without proof, no promise, no vow, no proof. I stayed for every hidden sign, hoping somehow you'd be mine. I counted moments that never came, traced your name in quiet pain. I held the love no one could see, a secret faith, just you and me. I love through fear, I love through doubt, even when the world turned out to show me love is sometimes blind, and courage lives in hearts like mine. I risked it all, I held my ground, even when silence was all around. I loved you without proof, every heartbeat, every truth. I gave my all, I gave my soul, even when I lost control. I loved you without proof, no promise, no vow, no proof. I stayed for every hidden sign, hoping somehow you'd be mine. I loved you without proof. I loved you, even if you never knew, even if I lost to you. I loved in ways words can't contain. Through all the joy, through all the pain, I held on when I had none, believed in what we hadn't done. And even though the end arrived, I loved without proof. I survived every heartbeat, every truth. I gave my all, I gave my soul, even when I lost control. I loved you without proof, no promise, no vow, no proof. I stayed for every hidden sign, hoping somehow you'd be mine. Without proof, I loved without proof. I never knew how it would end. We walked through nights that felt like home, shared quiet streets, never alone. Your hand in mine, a fleeting touch, but something lingered. Too much, too much. I try to read the lines you left between the smiles and whispered breaths. Every laugh, it were you denied, and I could feel it in your eyes. I wanted words, I wanted truth, but silence built the distance in our youth. It was the end, we never spoke, a quiet fracture, hearts that broke. We stayed together but apart, and left the words inside our hearts. It was the end, we never spoke, a gentle pain, the space you chose. I watched it fade, I watched it die. The end we never spoke that night. I see your shadow in the sun. The things we were, the things undone. We tried to hold on to the flame, but still it flickered, never the same. The clock kept moving, the world moved fast, and all our moments couldn't last. I reached for love you couldn't give, and left alone, but still I live. I wanted words, I wanted truth, but silence built the distance in our youth. It was the end, we never spoke. A quiet fracture, hearts that broke. We stayed together but apart, and left the words inside our hearts. It was the end, we never spoke. A gentle pain, the space you chose. I watched it fade, I watched it die. The end we never spoke that night. If you'd said something, if you'd said anything, maybe we'd still be, maybe we'd still be. It was the end, we never spoke. The final words we left unbroke. I held the pieces, I held the pain, and learned to breathe through the rain. It was the end, we never spoke. The silence louder than the hope. I watch it fade, I watch it die, but I am still alive tonight. The end, we never spoke. You left before I healed, and now I feel. I held my heart through every fight, kept the pieces through the night. Your words were soft, your touch was near, but still you left me with my fear. I traced the shadows where you'd been, the empty space that could have been. I thought our love could last the storm, but you were gone before it formed. I gave my all, I gave my time, but healing comes in its own line. You left before I healed, and the pain was all I felt. Every word I didn't say, every tear that I withheld. You left before I healed, and I'm standing in the scar of the love that almost stayed, but drifted too far. I replay the nights in quiet rooms, the almost love, the fading bloom. I reached for you, you slipped away, and left the silence where we lay. The clock keeps moving, the sky turns gray. I learned to breathe through the ache each day. Your absence taught me what was real, but still it hurts the way you leave. I gave my all, I gave my time, but healing comes in its own healed, but I'll heal. I didn't see it coming. We talked until the night grew thin, every laugh hiding what's within. Your hand slipped slowly from my own. I felt the change, though nothing shone. The streets were quiet, hearts unsure. We stayed for love we couldn't cure. Every word we didn't say pushed us further from yesterday. I thought we'd find a way to stay, but distance grew with every day. We drifted into goodbye, without a scream, without a fight. We held the love, then let it go, like rivers fading out of sight. We drifted into goodbye, the silence louder than our cries. I wanted more, but we both knew we drifted into goodbye. I replay the moments in my head, the almost words we left unsaid. I see your smile in passing lights, but it's not ours, it's borrowed nights. We tried to hold on, but it slipped like sand through fingers, love eclipsed. Every touch became a memory of what we were and couldn't be. I thought we'd find a way to stay, but distance grew with every day. We drifted into goodbye, without a scream, without a fight. We held the love, then let it go, like rivers fading out of sight. We drifted into goodbye, the silence louder than our cries. I wanted more, but we both knew we drifted into goodbye. No thunder came, no closing door, just quiet waves along the shore. We left our hearts in gentle sway and slowly drifted away. We drifted into goodbye, no dramatic lines, no lie, just soft goodbyes we couldn't keep. As love fell silent, slow and deep, we drifted into goodbye. And though I wish we tried, we let the moment slip on by. We drifted into goodbye. We drifted into goodbye. I thought the night would never end. I stayed where shadows kissed your face, hoping time could slow its pace. Your voice was distant, almost gone, but I believed we still belonged. I held my breath through every sigh, kept my hands when you walked by. Every smile felt like a rope, tying me to what I could not hold. I told myself it's not too late, that love could bend around our fate. But even stars can lose their glow, and I was clinging, not letting go. I held on past hope when every sign said let go. I gave my all, I gave my heart, even when it fell apart. I held on past whispered love into the fray. I stayed in storms that weren't mine, believing time could realign. But some hearts drift, some dreams elope, and I was clinging past all hope. I told myself it's not too late, that love could bend around our fate. But even stars can lose their glow, and I was clinging. I let hope. I held on past hope when every sign said let go. I gave my all, I gave my heart, even when it fell apart. I held on past hope through every shadow, every road. I stayed where love had left a scar. I held on. If I could turn the hands of time, I'd leave behind what wasn't mine. But some fires burn too bright, too fast, and not all love is meant to last. I gave my all, I gave my truth, even when it broke the proof. I stayed where hope had disappeared, holding on through every field. I held on past hope, even when the night was cold. I gave my heart, I gave my all, even when it hit the wall. I held on past hope through every shadow, every road. And though it left me torn apart, I held on with my heart. I held on past hope. I held on past hope. I waited, and the silence spoke. I held the weight of every glance. I held the weight of every glance. Every moment we let slip by chance. Your laughter danced around my walls while I stayed quiet through it all. I traced your name in the empty air, hoping somehow you'd still care. But I told myself I'd be enough, even when the nights got rough. I stayed through the shadows and the pain, but the storm kept calling your name. I stayed until I was numb, till every feeling came undone. I gave my all, I gave my heart, even when we fell apart. I stayed until I was numb, and I don't know where I've come from. Every tear, every silent plea was just a part of losing me. I saw the cracks in your quiet eyes, the truths behind our endless lies. I stayed for moments that never stayed, for the love we almost made. I held on through the bitter and cold, through all the stories left untold. I thought devotion could rewrite the ending that we never tried. I told myself I'd be enough, even when just fade away. I learned to breathe through broken nights, to find my fading light. I stayed until I was numb, but now I see where I've come from. I gave my all, I gave my heart. Now I know how to restart. I stayed until I was numb, but I've survived and I've become stronger than the pain I knew. I stayed and I still move through. I stayed until I was numb. And the world kept spinning. We met where shadows touched the light. I searching, holding too tight. Your laugh was gold, your hands were near, but I could feel the edge of fear. The streets were ours but borrowed, so we didn't know which way to go. Every word felt like a chance to keep or break this fleeting dance. I saw the cracks behind your smile, the quiet walls you built in style. I tried to reach, but you withdrew and left me tracing points I never knew. The clocks ticked faster than our hearts, moments slipping like broken parts. We talked in sighs and half-spoken lines, and faded slow in real time. I thought we could pause the frame, hold the fire, stay the same, but even love can't stretch that far when we forget who we are. We faded in real time, no dramatic goodbye, just a quiet, subtle slide into the night, into the night. We faded in real time, every heartbeat a sign that we were here, then we were gone, and the world moved on. If I could freeze 1 second more, I'd pull you close, I'd close the door, I'd rewrite the lines, I'd steal the night, I'd hold us in the fading light. But time is ruthless, hearts collide, and love won't wait for pride. We gave our all, then we let go and watched it disappear like snow. We faded in real time, no thunderous goodbye, just a soft, endless slide into the night, into the night, into the night. We faded in real time. Faded in real time. The lights dimmed, the world turned, we left our trace quietly burned. And in the silence that remains, we faded in real time. I thought we'd last. I watched you walk through open doors. I was searching for something more. I offered all I had inside, but you looked past and I complied. I traced the lines of what could be, silent words you never see. Your hands were free, my heart was tied. I loved you quietly, untried. I held my breath while you were gone, hoping you'd feel what I had drawn. Every step you took away made the world a darker shade. I was the heart you didn't choose, the one who waited through your blues. I gave you all I could give, but you didn't let me live. I was the heart you didn't choose, fading in your point of view. I love too much, or maybe right, but not enough to stay inside. I saw the moments you ignored, the quiet care I couldn't afford. You chased the light I couldn't be, and left the shadow that was me. The melody of us unsung echoed where you never come. I held the pieces of our song, but in your world they didn't belong. I was the heart you didn't choose, standing silent in your muse. I gave my all, I gave my fight, but you turned away from light. I was the heart you didn't choose, lost inside the paths you used. I loved you loud inside my soul, but your silence took its toll. If you could see what I could give, if you could feel how I could live, would you stay, would you turn back, or am I just a story you won't track? I gave my heart in every way, even when you chose to stray. But love's not mine to force or bend. I'm the heart you couldn't defend. I was the heart you didn't choose, the one who waited through your blues. I gave my all, my every line, but you didn't make me yours in time. I was the heart you didn't choose, fading softly in your view. I loved enough to break, to fight, but not enough to stay in love. Some hearts are meant to be unseen. Some love is lost between the seams. I was the heart you didn't choose, and now I'll learn to choose me too. off keys flicker in the dark, like stars learning how to start. We danced around the truth at night, neon halos borrowed time. Your hand was warm inside of mine, but your eyes were somewhere else. We talked in half-remembered dreams, laughed like it was evergreen. I didn't know what silence means until you wished me well. The city blurred as we stood still, every promise just as will. You said this doesn't have to hurt, like love could choose its shape. I watched the glow fade from your face, like morning stealing all the haze. The darker it became, the more I felt you slip away. When the lights forgot us, I felt the night moving. Every word we didn't say became the truth again. When the lights forgot us and time began to rust, I didn't lose you all at once, I lost you. When the lights forgot us. If I'd known this was the end, I'd have held you differently. I'd have said the things out loud that stayed quiet inside me. I thought love would always glow, even when the room went dim. I didn't know the dark could learn how to look like losing you. When the lights forgot us, I felt my heart giving. Every echo of your name still flickers on my skin. When the lights forgot us, I learned what we were not. Some loves fade into the dark before they're ever caught. The night moved on without a sound, but I still see us now in the glow. When the lights forgot us. We were standing on the edge of time, hearts too close but never aligned. You said we're fine, just not right now. I heard hope but I missed the doubt. Late night lights and borrowed dreams, every touch felt in between. We held the future just enough to feel it slip and not hold on. Counting seconds till you stay, holding breath you won't replay. Say my name, don't let it end. Say one more than what ifs then. We were almost forever, but never us. So close to heaven, then we lost the trust. We were almost forever in the moment we touched. Yeah, we had it all together, but it was almost never us. Shadows in the baseline low, every beat says what you don't. I see your face in a crowded room, but you fade when the lights go boom. I gave you love, you gave me space. it time and call it fate, but every drop reminds me now we never learned how to stay loud. We were almost forever, but never us. Hearts under pressure, then we lost the rush. We were almost forever in the fire we touched. Yeah, we had it all together, but it was almost never us. Never us. Never us. If love was enough, why we let it go? We were almost forever, now it's ashes and dust. Hear my heart in the river when the drop hits us. We were almost forever, but the truth cuts us. Yeah, we had it all together, but it was almost never us. Never us. You used to talk me through the night. Now even daylight feels unkind. Your name still lights my phone sometimes, but nothing's there between the lines. I learned the sound of waiting slow, the ache of words you didn't show. I kept my heart on airplane mode, still hoping you'd come home. Your silence felt louder than any goodbye. I replay moments in my head, trying to hear what you never said. You smiled like everything was fine, but left me reading warning signs. I asked if you were drifting away. You said I'm just tired, that's okay. But distance doesn't need a name, it grows just the same. Every pause became a truth I didn't want to face with you. Your silence felt louder than breaking apart. Every second you didn't speak left an echo in my heart. Your silence felt louder than walking away. You didn't have to leave the room to disappear that way. I would have listened if you tried. I would have stayed through every fight, but you shut the door so quietly. You never let me hear you leave. I begged the quiet for a clue, but all it gave me was the truth that losing you wasn't the sound, it was the absence pulling me down. Your silence felt louder, still ringing out, than any goodbye. I hear it now. Your silence felt louder, calling my name in every space. Oh, your silence felt louder just fade and stay loud. I thought I had time. I held your heart like it was sure, like love was something I controlled. I counted days, I counted stars, but never felt how fragile we were. I thought tomorrow would stay still, that later always bends to will. I let the moment pass me by and trusted love would never die. Now I'm reaching for the love that slipped my hands, like water running through my plans. I had the truth inside my arms, but I didn't understand. I'm standing in the wreckage where we stand, with empty words and broken plans. I had forever in my grasp, it was the love that slipped my hands. You didn't leave in anger's flame, you left in quiet, dressed as pain. You asked for more, I asked for time, like time was ever on my side. I hear your voice and what you meant, not what you said, but what you spent. Your love was loud in subtle ways. I learned too late how silence breaks. If I could stop the clock right now, I'd fall to my knees and show you how. I would choose you every night, say the words I left behind. I'd burn the fear, I'd cross the line. I'd love you out loud every time, but wishes echo, time moves on, and I'm the proof of what is gone. I'm still reaching for the love that slipped my hands, every dream we never planned. I had the wood inside your eyes, but I was blind. I'm breaking through the dust and damage from the moments I mismanaged. I had forever in my grasp, it was the love that slipped my hands. Slipped my hands. Gone like sand. Some loves don't leave with thunderous sounds. They fade when you don't hold them now. And I will live with who I am, the one who let go of a love that slipped my hands. That slipped my Low strings rise, distant drums breathing, a pulse before the fall. The door still knows your name, It creaks like it remembers pain. Every step I take inside feels louder than the nights we try. Your laughter's in the walls, your silence fills the halls. I talk to ghosts that never move, just echoes in an empty room. I keep reaching for the sound of something that won't come around. If love was here, where did it go? Say it now or let me know. These echoes in an empty room are screaming things I never knew. Every word I didn't say is ricocheting anyway. These echoes in an empty room, they sound like you, they sound like truth. I'm standing in the aftermath of love that never learned to last. I try to pack you up in time, but memories don't fold or hide. Your side of the bed still sinks like it's waiting on my blink. I built my walls out of control, called it strength but lost my soul. Now every breath is something new, just echoes in an empty room. These echoes in an empty room are breaking through what I once knew. Every promise left behind is shouting louder in my mind. These echoes in an empty room, they haunt the dark, they chase the truth. I'm standing in the wreckage now of words we never figured out. Calling you, calling you. Nothing left to do. If I stay quiet, will it fade? Or will the silence say my name? I held my breath, I held my ground, but love's the loudest missing sound. There goes in an empty room, won't know my heart like they used to. I'll take the pieces, face the truth, and build something that's bulletproof. These echoes in an empty room are fading as I'm breaking through. I'm louder than the loss I knew. Goodbye to you, goodbye to you. Echoes fade out, the room is empty, but I'm not now. I thought you'd come back. The room was still holding your shape, like the night didn't get the update. Your coffee cooled on the side, morning light learning how to lie. Shoes by the door, untouched, unmoved, like time was waiting on you. I counted cracks in the wall just to feel like something stood still at all. I replayed every almost word, every truth I never heard. You said I need a little space, but space has a permanent taste. I watched your shadow leave the floor, heard your keys, then nothing more. You didn't slam, you didn't break, you just left in a quiet way. You promised me forever, but not how it would end. It's the way you didn't stay that keeps pulling me apart. Not the goodbye you never said, but the silence in your heart. It's the way you didn't stay, like leaving was so easy to do. You took the future with you and left me standing in the truth. It's the way you didn't stay. Still echoes in my name. Not the tears, not the nights, but how you walked away the same. It's the way you didn't stay. Like I was easy to forget. You didn't break me when you left. You broke me with what came next. Some people don't leave scars, they leave space. And I'm still learning how to fill the way. You didn't stay. Ooh, ooh, ooh. A low piano, slow strings breathing in, a quiet ache before the words begin. I learned your shadows by the light, the way you smile when things weren't right. I held my tongue, I chose my place, afraid of breaking what we made. I swallowed truths I should have said, let almost live inside my head. I loved you calm, I loved you kind, but never crossed the warning signs. I thought if I stay gentle, you'll never slip away. But silence isn't shelter when love needs more than fate. I loved you too softly when you needed fire. I held back every word while you were screaming louder. I loved you too softly, afraid to lose control. I gave you quiet devotion, but you needed heart and soul. Now I see it clear as day. You were asking me to stay, not with fear, not with restraint, but with truth I wouldn't say. I mistook peace for something strong, ignored the signs for far too long. You didn't leave without a fight, I just never messed your light. I love you too softly when you needed flame. I whispered all my feelings while you called my name. I love you too softly, let the moment go. I thought love was quiet, now I finally know. If I could rewind the night, I'd let my heart be unafraid. I love you out loud, I'd lose the ground, I'd say the things I never said. No more hiding in the calm, no more fearing what is true. I'd risk it all to show you how deeply I loved you. I loved you too softly, but I loved you real. Every breath, every breaking, every silent feel. I loved you too softly, but now I see love was never meant to whisper, it was meant to bleed. So if you hear this melody, know it finally found its voice. I loved you too softly then, but loving you was never a choice. Ooh. soft keys breathing in the dark. A clock ticks louder than my heart. The city's quiet after 2. Streetlights hum the name of you. Your jacket's still behind the door, like you might walk in once more. I scroll through things I shouldn't read. Old goodnights still haunting me. Every promise feels brand new when the night reminds me of you. Coffee cold, the sky's still black. I trace the lines you never text back. Every laugh I left unheard echoes in a single word. I learned how silence learns my name, how empty rooms don't feel the same. I tell myself I'll be okay, but midnight never fades away. It's midnight without you, and I don't know what to do. Every second feels too loud when I'm breathing without you. It's midnight without you. Still reaching for the truth that I'm learning how to be alone in a world that sounded like you. If loving you was all I knew, who am I when it's not us two? I'd trade the stars, the moon, the view for one last midnight next to you. It's midnight without you. Hear your voice in every tune. Every memory feels brand new when the dark keeps pulling you through. It's midnight without you, but I'm standing on my own, learning how to hold my heart when I'm facing the unknown. The sun will rise, the night will move, but some midnights stay shaped like you. Soft piano echoing through. Midnight without you. I tried to open, but you never reached. I gave my heart before you knew. Every word I said, every truth. I leaned in close, I tried to stay, but you kept drifting away. I traced the lines I couldn't read, the silent signs of unmet need. I loved in ways I thought you'd see, but love, it never learned me. I held your gaze through stormy skies, listened to the quiet in your eyes. I stayed where others walked away, hoping you noticed, hoping you'd stay. The moments passed, but I remained, feeling the warmth, then the pain. I gave my all, but couldn't teach the love that never learned me. This is the love that never learned me. The words unspoken, the hearts that yearned me. I gave my all, I gave my time, but you never stayed in line. This is the love that never learned me, the silent echoes, the heart that burned me. I try to reach, I try to see the love that never learned me. I tried, I stayed, I gave, you went away. This is the love that never learned me, the words unspoken, the hearts they yearn me. I gave my all, I gave my time, but you never stayed in line. This is the love that never learned me, the silent echoes, the heart that burned me. I try to reach, I try to see the love that never learned me. And I waited, but you never learned me. I loved and never learned me. The love